Muy buena gente, bienvenidos a un nuevo episodio. Estamos de vuelta con el Noire continuo, no lo dejamos. Y estamos ahora mismo en el club 111. Acabamos de llegar, un nuevo caso. Y al parecer ha habido un tiroteo en el club. Un grupo al parecer ha sido asesinado. No sé si son todos negros, pero ahora veremos.
Pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
Que lo digas. Un tiro tan... Han acribillado, pobrecillo. Bastante heavy. ¿Qué es esto? Ah, nada, es cerillas del club. Vamos a ver. Aquí hay otro. Middlestone. Vale. A ver. Nada por aquí. Muy bien. Y por aquí. Tampoco, vale. Vamos a registrar sus bolsillos. Ahí suelen tener siempre algo. ¿Qué es esto? Morfina. Vale. Volvemos a la morfina. Obviamente, ya os lo dijo el capitán, pero hemos encontrado un poco de morfina.
We have a new source. Or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
A ver qué más tiene. Nada. Vale. ¿Qué hay aquí dentro?
Well maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument.
¿Y el instrumento?
Find anything interesting?
A ver.
What's that click?
Ya, es lo que hace yo, un clic. El último. Ajá.
Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet.
Que lo digas. Sin duda consumí drogas. Club de Jazz
We
Blue
should
Room.
follow up on the musician angle. He kept his stash close at hand.
Que lo digas. Esta no tiene mucho más. A ver qué más hay por ahí. Trabajo valor.
Army surplus again. McGoldrick must have been moving contraband through the club.
Excelente. Debe ser reinado por el cliente del monte de entrega. 10 cigarros. Es del Coolridge también, vale. Entregado, vale, perfecto.
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
Bueno. Y aquí hay armas, al parecer. Bar.
These look brand new. Never fired. They haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them?
Saber.
Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Pues sí, la verdad. Vamos a ver con la chica.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
A ver, tiroteo en el club.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
¿Polimalo?
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
¿De verdad? Ah, perfecto. No, creo que dice la verdad. Ah, espera. ¿Los ojos? Vale, parece que dice la verdad.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Interesante, vale.
Thank you for your help, man.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
Este Eddie parece muy interesante. Quiero hablar con él. Sin duda alguna.
Find anything interesting?
No, vale, pues parece que ya está. Muy bien. Vamos a ver. Lugares. Tenemos el Blue Room y la comisaría. Vamos a ir a la comisaría primero para averiguar qué exactamente se robó del barco, porque la verdad es que se robó bastantes cosillas. Sí, hemos encontrado armas y tabaco.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to
Ah,
adjust to
está
normal
muerto.
life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full of holes.
You don't come into that kind of money that quickly without pissing a few people off.
A ver, sí que Eddie está muerto, pero ¿dónde está Eddie? No he visto. ¿Eddie era uno de esos? Un segundo. Personas. Eddie. Ex marido y dueño del club 111. Pero ¿le hemos visto por ahí? Pues hemos visto su cadáver por ahí. En un momento. No sé. A lo mejor sí que estaba por ahí o algo, me perdió algo. No estoy 100% seguro. A lo mejor Forense se lo ha llevado ya. Todo es posible. Uy. La prensa. Esto no me mola.
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
Everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Vaya.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
Vale, tú dirás. Si el tipo este nos puede ayudar.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
Está Edward, David, Thomas, Courtney Sheldon. De cigarrillos.
This is the crate we recovered.
Pila, Cal, Browning, Automatic Rifle, Lasbar. Morfina.
500,000 cigarettes loose on the streets of LA.
Joder. Perdón. Medio millón. Joder. 300 bar, 400 Thompson. 8.800 paquetes de cigarrillos.
Enough to arm 3 companies. Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon, McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Thanks, Harry. Stay in touch on this.
Esto no pinta bien. Y que Cole ya está descubriendo quién hizo el robo. Y creo que se está haciendo ya la idea de que fueron los del barco. McGoldrick entre ellos. Y si Kelso y Courtney están en la lista, es posible que haya que investigarles a ellos también. ¿Qué va a hacer? Obviamente Courtney, sabemos que Courtney fue uno de los que robó el barco, pero lo averiguará. Vamos para comisaría. Vamos al Blue Room. Vale, sigamos.
So, half your old lackeys were on that boat, the late Mr. Goldrick included.
They weren't my lackeys.
Subordinates then, whatever you want to call them.
There were a lot of people on that boat.
Maybe you're behind this whole thing, Phelps. Wouldn't that be a master stroke? Hey, cut me in early and we'll ride this one into the sunset.
Sounds like you've got the case all sewn up, Roy. We should call it a day and go home.
And miss out on the Blue Room? I couldn't do that to you.
Sabe que frecuentamos el Blue Room, ¿no?
This car cost me a fortune, you moron.
Vale, estamos cerca ya. Aquí a la derecha. Aquí está Blue Room. Vamos ya.
This guy's got a screw loose.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lichtman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries, Untersturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy! How about you get a drink while I see to this?
Will you sit down?
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
Morfina del ejército.
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
Aquí no puedo decir muchas cosas. Vale. ¿Poli malo o poli bueno? Me la juego poli. Tiene pinta de poli. Bueno, ¿no? ¿La poli bueno?
I'm not looking to arrest users. I'm after the supply.
You just don't get it, do you? Some people can't live without heroin.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Eran músicos.
I don't believe you. You knew these men.
And how would you like to prove that, detective?
Pues con el pase del Blue Room para un músico.
You're out of your depth,
¿En serio?
detective, and you're asking the wrong questions of the wrong people. Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer.
Joder, vaya mierda.
Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
And you're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words, Cole Phelps.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the Mixter.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day, you'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Vale. Habla conmigo y Cohen en lugar de un club Mocambo. Vamos a seguir a Elsa. Está en su taxi, mierda. Y se gira a la derecha. De ahí. Vale, ahora sí. Vale, bien. Poco a poco aquí. Es que rabia, me fallan las dos preguntas para entrevistar a la chica esta. Supongo que acusar no era lo que había que hacer, había que ir con poli malo y punto. Aunque yo pensaba que con el pase el músico...
I risk losing the trail.
¿Buscar más? ¿Qué haces, Cole? Uy, Roy lo sabe. Lo sabe muy bien. Ay, Cole, la estás cagando. Te estás metiendo donde no debes.
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
My acting coach.
Cohen.
LAPD.
Gentlemen,
We have some
Messrs.
questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey.
and
How's it hanging?
Stopanato.
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Iga Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime?
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was in Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Operación de drogas.
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
No puedo acusarle de nada, ¿no? No puedo nada, a ver. Luego... voy a tener que ir con Polimalo.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
Vale. Tiroteo en el Club 111.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Manifiesto, robo Coolidge, valor. No, a ver. ¿Puedo decir algo? A ver. Manifiesto, robo accidentes del ejército según lo muestran. Con Polimalo.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D. and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. We have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every car. Go!
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to
acude el tiroteo en la parada. Corre, Cole. No automático. A lo mejor fue una Thompson o una bar. Venga, Cole. No, comisaría no. Tiroteo. Venga. Un tiroteo, eso sí que me mola. No espera que use un tiroteo ahora. ¿Por aquí? Eso es una bar. Joder.
Find a way up there and stop that son of a bitch, Cole.
¿Le he matado? Le he matado. Un buen tiro en la cabeza. A ver. No, no puedo. No puedo asomarme. Vale, pues voy a tener que dar la vuelta. A lo mejor por aquí. ¿Pero por qué está tirando?
LAPD, drop the gun now! Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Ahí. Con todo. Cuidado. No. Toma, le he dado. Uf. Eso sí que es puntería. Joder. ¿Pero por qué empezaría a disparar contra un bus? No tiene sentido. A ver. No parece haber nada en las manos ni en la cara. A ver qué documentos llevan el traje. Solamente nos ayude a ver quién es. Mocambo. Esa 3. Ruta tal. Militar francotirador.
Phone number and restaurant table.
Nada bueno para amigo Cohen. Tu mesa. Estos son cartuchos de lavar.
It's one of the BARs.
No bueno. Vale, a ver qué más hay. Ahí está.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Hostia,
Looks
entonces
like
por eso
McGoldrick
estáis.
wasn't the only one to get a message.
Por eso está disparando el barco, digo el bus.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and start treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
Vamos a ver, informado del robo del Coolidge.
You hear anything about the big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
A ver, le podemos decir algo. Morfina. Valor robado. Cigarrillos, robados. Robo el Coolidge. Robo excedentes. El ejército de SS Coolidge. Los muelles de San Pedro. Manifiesto de carga y pasajeros del SS Coolidge. Libreta del francotirador. Libreta con datos del asesinato de Álvaro. Nota pone CL 234 mesa 3. Vamos a usar intuición en esta, a ver. Vale, sigo a acusar. Puedo decirlo de la libreta del francotirador. Aparte de eso, las preguntas que la pregunta que le he hecho. ¿Hay más? Ahí lo pone. Móvil del tiroteo. Vale, el otro es el móvil del tiroteo. Voy a ir con Polimalo.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Vale, móvil del tiroteo.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
A ver. Hay que acusarte.
The dead guy on the roof works for Mickey Cohen. Why would Cohen want you dead?
Man, I don't know anything about Mickey Cohen or any of those gangsters.
¿Por qué en la libreta del francotirador salía tu nombre?
Your name was in the sniper's notebook. Level with me, Felix.
Cohen thinks because we were on the boat, we have the morphine. Courtney's meeting those guys to sort it out.
Courtney Sheldon?
Yeah. You remember Sheldon, don't you, Cole?
We'll be in touch, Felix.
You heard that Jack is in L.A.?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Ooh.
Pretty cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
Para ver. Para empezar quería ver el traje este nuevo que nos han dado. No, el pugil no. El detective. Sigue en pie a pesar de recibir más daño. Esto mola. Hay un traje marrón así de relaciones con estrellas de cine. Por ahora bien. Voy a ir a seguir con este porque a lo mejor nos relacionamos con estrellas de cine. Espera. Hay que pasarse por el teléfono y hacer una llamada antes de seguir. Tenemos que hablar con Jack, Kelso y con Courtney. Pero claramente Courtney está involucrado.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Jack Kelso.
Just a second. Jack Kelso, apartment 4, 1408 North El Centro Avenue, Hollywood.
Thanks.
Muy bien. Perfecto, pues ya está. La edición de Kelso. ¿Qué más tenemos? A ver. En primer lugar tenemos la comisaría y el apartamento de Kelso. Parece que primero tenemos que ir a ver a Kelso, así que hagamos eso. Pero en el próximo episodio, gente, lo vamos a ir dejando ahí. Espero que os haya molado este episodio. Y eso es lo que tenéis que hacer: darle like, favoritos y suscribiros al canal si no estáis suscritos para más episodios sobre los plays. Y mañana continuamos, buscaremos a Kelso y conseguiremos respuestas. Eso se lo aseguro. Así que nada, muchas gracias, gente, y nos vemos en el próximo episodio de Noire. Buenas, hasta mañana. Adiós.